Today I'm at a farmhouse with more than 450 years of history. A spectacular place with incredible charm where very famous commercials have been filmed and even the movie about King Terror. But we're not here to see farmhouses, we're here for what's out there. Out there rest two spectacular American convertibles, a '69 Mustang and a '68 Cadillac Eldorado. Two cars you don't see anymore with presence and a lot of history behind them. The owner is already old and the heir isn't really crazy about cars, let's say. He only likes bonsais, so the cars are for sale. And they've asked me to give them a hand to find the right person, someone who will keep enjoying them. Hello, hello.
Hola.
My name is Mark and I'm crazy about cars. Today we've come to this farmhouse that's over 450 years old. Zoila, who I have right here next to me, got in touch with me thanks to a video that went a bit viral on Instagram. And she told me, well, I have two cars from my father-in-law, if I'm not mistaken, that they have here. The gentleman is already elderly and doesn't use them, and we would like to sell them. And they were American cars. So a 450-year-old farmhouse, two American convertible cars with one, a great engine. Well, it didn't take much for Zoila to convince me to come and pay us a visit. Exactly.
But really at the entrance of the house, which you'll like even more. Yes, yes.
Follow me and we want to. How are you? What? To Magnificat. Come on then. Vamos, vamos. This is beautiful. I love it. And you're living here?
No, look, this is a family project to keep the house active, alive, and cared for. And now we're working with groups of companies, retreats for people who want to take care of themselves, and they come here to spend a weekend, a vacation, or as a family
to de-stress.
Right, and look after themselves.
It's not bad. We did this, if you don't remember last year when we went, do you remember when you gave me that for my birthday? Yes, with this typical thing now of rural houses, more or less the same, just like that. Well, I'm already very stressed. Maybe I'll just stay and sleep here tonight. What do you think?
If you see any of the rooms, won't you want to leave?
Well, man, I'd like to see it.
Then go ahead.
So I understand because I've done a little bit. I don't know if the word chafardero in Spanish is correct or if it's Catalan, but a little bit nosy, you know, a bit nosy. And I looked it up on the internet and I saw that you even made a movie with El Rey La Rumba, right? Yes.
King Parade, they came to record it here. They were inspired by this place. And, well, even one of the cars we have for sale now.
Which you're going to see in a little while. I'm going to show it to you. Yes, the Ford Mustang is the one that appeared in the movie. Yes.
And so, well, it appears in one of the scenes with King Parade.
Yes, so what exactly did they do? They used the house as yes?
Well, actually, they focused more on the exteriors and set it up, you know, to fit the style of the time. And they used the pool, they used the outside area mostly. Although, well, they also used the whole interior to get ready.
Yeah, let's see if I can find a bit of this movie on YouTube. And we'll put it here so you can see it, or at least the link in case you want to check out the house and the movie and all that. But let's take a look at this room, okay?
All right, let's go. Capacity for 20 people.
I mean, it's a big group, right?
Yes, so well...
There, and it makes noise, huh? Everything is so quiet, like there's no one else, like we're the only ones in this town. You can hear this, you can't hear anything?
No, that's how it is. The sound here is like that. You're close to everything and far away at the same time.
Yes, because I haven't said it, in Pineda de Mar. That's right, we are, yes. And if you want, I'll leave you the link to this place to relax and be calm. This is this lady's phone number, okay? No, it's mine, okay? No, well, but I'll leave you the link so that if you want, a group of people can come here to spend the weekend. Well, now you know Zoila and you...
We'll be happy to have you here.
Has anything else been recorded in this mass?
No, as for recordings, no, but do you want to go upstairs? Because the views from the terrace are also really cool.
It's a car channel, but when you see a house, an old Catalan farmhouse like this, it excites you to see it because you don't see a farmhouse like this every day. This is the second kitchen. There's another one downstairs.
Yes, because we have a kitchen for when groups come. Usually we cook for them. So, well, this one is complimentary in case there's a group that decides to cook for themselves, but if not, there's the service kitchen, the one downstairs.
How nice, huh? You can't see the sea from here?
No, but from a different spot on the farmhouse, you can see it in the distance. This is the love room.
Love, yes, it's called the love room.
That's what it's called.
Let's go see the cars. What do you think? Let's go see the 2 cars they have stored here at the farmhouse.
Are you watching Mark's garage?
What's that? There are cars that impress, and then there's this 1968 Cadillac Eldorado, which has a 7.7 liter V8 engine. An incredible engine with torque you can't even imagine. An interesting thing about this vehicle is it only had this engine. I mean, all the Eldorados, all the Fleetwoods from the same era, they all always came with the same engine. A single engine option for both the 4-door and the 2-door models. But let's not fool ourselves. The coupe, I mean, this one here and also the convertible, the 2-door, had nothing to do with the 4-door, the Fleetwood. Why? Well, because one pushes from the front and the other pushed from the back. This one measures 5.7 meters and the other one measures 6.21 meters, so they are 2 completely different cars. But they did share the engine. I'm going to show it to you so you can see the engine, how beautiful it is and how big it is. And remember, we're talking about the late 1960s. When here, a car had a 1.6 liter engine and we already thought it was big. In America, they were running cars with engines over 7 liters. So let's take a look at the engine. But here you can see this incredible engine from Cadillac. Eldorado. Normally, the valve covers were painted in a blue, like a Smurf color. They didn't come in black. But this is, I would say, one of the few modifications. I'm not sure if the alternator used a dynamo or if it was an alternator back then. I'm not really sure about this. But as you can see, it comes with its 2 batteries, one for the electric roof, which you'll see how it works, and then the battery to start the vehicle, 2 super necessary batteries. Then it has this thing they've put here, this canister, which is the brake servo, and normally it has to be removed. And when you remove the hose, all the brake fluid spills over the manifold. So someone adapted this canister here to be able to check the level. So it's a modification made here in Spain, I imagine, and it's actually really well done. As you can see, this car practically has no rust at all. Whatever you might find here is nothing, just completely superficial. That's a very clean car, very honest, a classic, very American, in very good condition. You just have to look at the chrome, how it shines. You can see the sky reflected in it. And now it's not a good day anymore because it's already too dark to see it really well, but the car's chrome is totally fine. It has both the logos and all the signage, the Cadillac emblems, everything is very, very proper. Here you have a place to charge the battery. It comes with hazard lights. I don't know if you know, but it has one on each side, and they are on each side. Because it's so long, I didn't know if the turn signal was on. Since from above, I mean from sitting on the vehicle, you're sitting here on the vehicle, you can see on the fender the light that's telling you that turn signal is on. Let's try it. Do you see it? Do you? And on the other side, it's the same. This is Mars Garage, and every Thursday is a premiere. We have the dashboard, which is in perfect condition. It was very common for them to all be cracked. However, this one is fine, and the steering wheel, which is kind of like bakelite, is also in very good condition. Only the central part, which is a bit cracked, but this was a very common thing. Here is where you touch the floor of the car, and here you change gears. So here are the turn signals, and here you adjust the steering wheel. So telescopically, I mean, in this aspect, it's an incredible car because we're talking about a car from the late 1960s. It also has cruise control, which you can use here to set the speed you want. It's in miles, and you also have cruise control. 3 people in the front comfortably, 3 people in the back, 6 people who can take a ride in this wonderful Eldorado. Another thing I wanted to show you is the ashtrays, one for the driver and another for the passengers, with a beautiful aluminum lid. Here you have the name Eldorado on your right. And of course you have all the buttons for all the windows, even the rear and side ones, these small courtesy ones. Everything moves electronically. Bianca, thank you for watching the rear view mirror, as you can see, moves around here. Curious, everything is overloaded with chrome. I mean, it wasn't an economical car to build. Let's see what the trunk is like, because the trunk, let's grab the keys. The trunk is not a small trunk, it's a giant trunk. Oh, it's missing the cover. Okay. Did you imagine it would be this big? This is amazing, the size, this is amazing. A car that doesn't suffer from any rust, and that's what's incredible, finding a vehicle in this condition here in Spain. Here it's missing the little cover for the Cadillac emblem, which is a cover that moves to the right and then to the left to close. And that's what's missing. Here it comes with the sign, the name of the vehicle model in gold. Also the fantastic chrome parts, and also the little rubber piece behind it, which is usually in very bad condition. And here is this spectacular thing, of course. Let's leave the keys here before I forget, right there in the vehicle, and let's go take a look. The Ford Mustang they have right here next to us. It's also got its white stripes, its emblems here in the center, very well placed. The wheels look practically new. And from what the owner told me, it hasn't been driven much. They've mostly used it for wedding events rather than anything else, this car. So let's take a look at the Mustang. The Mustang we have here next to us is a 1969 Mustang. As you can see, the yellow isn't the yellow that comes in the Mustang color chart. This yellow color, like Twitter, the Twitter duck, I can't remember. It's one of those American cartoons. It's this color. It's very similar to that. But that year, the Ford Mustang didn't come in this yellow color. I think the painter didn't paint it exactly right, and the color is a little bit too dark. Shouldn't it be a little lighter? That's my opinion. Then we have the Resmot style wheels, which are very trendy. I think these wheels are called mag. Always just with the imitation that they can just be taken off. With this central part, this one doesn't have the 4 bolts, but that's the idea, not from Resmot. With disc brakes as well located on the vehicle. Disc brakes in the front and back with these Resmot wheels. The color doesn't match, the roof is electric and it works. You'll see it in the video, I'll show you. Then the interior, normally here on the door we have the color code to make sure, but it doesn't have the color code. What I've recommended to them, since there's no way to know, is to get a Martyr report. Does anyone here want to buy an American car? That's what I recommend to you. Martyr report is a report called Martyr because it's if I'm not mistaken, it's a lady who started doing this and then it became a cult. For everything it would be. The American car and what you need to know before buying. That way, you know if it's a machine number, which engine this vehicle came with, because what happens is that over the years, these cars usually change engines. And then we don't know if the engine it has is really the original one it was supposed to have. These cars are getting rarer and it's getting harder to find what would be a completely original classic like an American Ford Mustang. The interior, as you know, is made of pleather. It's an imitation leather. It's vinyl in Spanish. Everything is very well finished. All the paperwork is up to date and the doors are in very good condition. Both this left one and the right one, it also has a steering wheel that isn't original, but it's very typical. This one with the revs here doesn't belong either, but it's automatic transmission. We also have the dashboard area, which is also in very good condition and nothing is broken. And the back seats, well, it's the same thing. Look at the seat to open it, how it opens, and the strange position it ends up in. Does it always stay like that when you open it? That way you would have more space to get into the back. Original rear seats. This little strip from what would be the top has come off, but it's nothing important. And it basically has everything. The courtesy lights work when you open it. And if you want, let's take a look at the engine, because with the engine we're definitely going to be amazed. Ford and the Ford Mustang. In the years, in 1969 it had 10 engine options, not counting the 2 Shelby modifications. 10 engine options, of which 2 were inline 6 and the other 8 were all big engines, V8 engines. The biggest one was the Cobra Jet, which is one of the engines that Shelby used to modify and make it even more powerful. And you also have the 350 model, which came in a 2-valve version and a 4-valve version. And the 350 as well, which was called the Windsor engine. And Shelby also used it for his Shelby 350 in the Mustang. So here's the surprise. I'm going to show you some images. Let's listen to the engine. We're going to open the engine and we're going to see just by looking at it from above. You have to know. Those of you who know a bit, if it's an inline 6 or a V8, and I'll explain why. You can tell almost without looking. Did you see the images? Do you already know exactly which model it is? Won't you tell me in the comments if you knew what engine it had, if it was an inline 6 or a V8? So yes, sir, it was an engine. And yes, those of you who said V8, well, yes, it's a V8 engine. What I did was, I looked at the number that comes here. All the information is there. It's the vehicle identification number decoder. It's the chassis number code. And here with this little plate, it tells you pretty much everything this vehicle has. Without a doubt, the Marty report helps you know everything exactly, like the color and the numbers of the gearbox and the engine. To know if it's really a bin, if it's a matching number, but this label here on the side tells us that this vehicle is a V8, that it has the 350 engine with 2 valves. There was the 2 and the 4, and it's the Windsor engine. And surely because of this, the owner put on the Valenciennes covers where it says Carroll Shelby, and you ask, are these the original Valenciennes covers? No, they're not, but yes, they're properly installed, because it was Carroll Shelby's base engine, because it has a 350 engine. So the spectacular sound of this Mustang, which for me is without a doubt one of the icons of movies from the 60s and 70s. And even today we still see it in many Hollywood movies where there's always a Mustang. This one is the convertible, there's the regular one, the Ford Mustang, and then there's the Ford Mustang Fastback, which is totally different. Manufactured from 1966 or I think 1967, and for me it's the most beautiful of all. So all the cars have passed the inspection, all the paperwork is up to date, they are delivered running and with the inspection passed. And the best part is that they're not very expensive. For this car, I think they're asking 39,000 euros, and for that car they're asking 25,000 euros. So if anyone is interested, I'm going to leave the information here for you. And in the video description where the owner's name is, there's an email where you can contact if you're interested in buying from him. These cars are unique cars, and without a doubt, if you go to a classic car event, you'll see very few people with a Mustang like this that screams, I'm here. And with the quintessential American luxury of the 60s, which is all with Ford. With incredible torques and not much top speed, but it does have that smoothness that makes you say, wow, this feels like something else. So that's all for today, so we're leaving, but next Thursday we'll be here with other vehicles. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you another day. My name is Mark, and I'm crazy about cars. What about you? Which car do you think will sell first? The 1969 Ford Mustang? Or the 1968 Cadillac Eldorado? Will you tell me in the comments? If you like what you see, click subscribe, and that's all for today, folks.